Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play series. You join me here at my now old storage system because today is moving day. Today is the day where I pack up everything in here into shulker boxes and attempt to move it all over to our new storage system on the mushroom biome. So, for this absolutely monumental task, I have prepared many shulker shells and many chests to make many shulker boxes. And then we will just start doing it. Basically, I'm just gonna... The nice thing about brand new shulker boxes is you can middle click to get them out, and that way we can place a lot of shulker boxes. And basically what we are going to do is we're going to come along, we're going to empty our inventory. So let's find somewhere we can drop our stuff. All we need is a pickaxe and an axe for breaking chests and breaking shulker boxes. We don't need torches, we don't need you. And then we'll hold on to that stuff. And everything else will go into our inventory. So then all we have to do is start at one side and basically break chests. And just like that, we're going to end up with a lot of items. And we're going to put all of these in shulker boxes, just like this. And it is going to be quite the task. I haven't quite decided how I am going to differentiate what I'm going to move when, because obviously this is going to be, I mean, I might have an entire inventory's worth of stone shulker boxes here, because that was probably not even all the stone. Oh, there's just a little bit left. And then check the hoppers for a little bit more, just like that. Okay. You see, that is just my stone. We've got... What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shulker boxes of stone. And that was just the first item. So it is going to be a lot of items. I am going to empty these and we're going to do... I hate to say it, but we're going to do a quick time lapse. It pains me because it's not going to be quick on my end, but it'll be quick on your end to pack up all these items and see how many shulker boxes it actually takes. And I think I am going to then probably put the shulker boxes in chests here. Really hope that that's enough chests. Just to see how many trips this is going to take us. So without further ado, let's get it going. Back. So I spent a lot of time packing up all of the items that are here, as you can see by the many broken chests around us, and you saw a lot of that in the time lapse. But what I have also done is gone around to my various farms and packed up a lot of the items from them as well, just because I want a better picture of the amount of items that we truly have and what we have the most of and the least of and things like that, so that we never outgrow this storage system. So over here in this chest, we have all of our items that we have an absolute ton of. So terracotta, gravel, stone, sand, cobble, things like that, end stone. that's all of our bulk storage, and we're probably going to end up adding things to our bulk storage because right now all we had was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different bulk storages, and I believe now we have capability for 15 or 16, so we are definitely going to expand on that. This back here was the random miscellaneous chests, so that these were back here. The overflow, essentially. This is all like just random stuff like green stained glass and gray concrete and scaffolding and beef and leaves. So that's the kind of stuff that we're going to have to sort out in the new system. And then everything over here was just breaking down chests and then also from farms. So you can see some of these are one thing, like granite. Some of these are, that one's just leather. That one's just black concrete powder, bottles of enchanting. That one's mixed. Some of these are totally mixed. And then they get more mixed when there was less things in chests. But a lot of these are totally full of one item even. That one's full of melons from our pumpkin and melon farm. And then also from the Guardian farm, there's a lot of prismarine stuff in here that I pulled out of that farm. And then also a lot of stuff from our piglin bartering farm as well. So gravel, chiseled stone. That's from the quartz farm. Blackstone, these are from bricks. That's also from the quartz villager trading farm, but like the blackstone is from the piglin trading and everything. I spent a bunch of time in between that last clip and this one. It's actually been about 3 or 4 days. I don't remember exactly when that last one was recorded, but I spent a lot of time AFKing at farms as well. The garden farm, and then I spent like a whole day at the gold farm and piglin bartering just to get a lot of items there and a lot of gold because we were pretty much out of gold. And then I have spent a lot of time at the copper drowned farm as well, getting copper blocks. I've had a couple issues with the farm where my storage system didn't work and it overflowed and a lot of stuff despawned. And I should have more copper than that, but I don't, unfortunately. But now that we have all of these items packed up, which is an absolute ton of items, I think with this and all of the items that I still have over on the mushroom biome, I probably have about 500,000 items to put into the storage system over there. So it's quite a lot, and I'm really hoping that we're going to be good. One of the things that I do want to do is things that I have, say, like... let me get a good example. String. String, I probably have about 1 shulker box full. That's not enough to warrant one of the storage towers, but it's too much to go into the multi-item sorter as individual items because it's going to take up half of a double chest, and there's 4 double chests per piece of string there. Interesting. I've also been cleaning up the space a little with the little contraptions that I had in here. But there's too much for it to go into the multi-item sorter things because there's 4 double chests per module, and this would take up 1/8 of a module, and it's just too much if we also want to have other items in there because the string one's probably going to be wool and things as well. So we're also going to be storing items in those in shulker boxes. So pop that back in here. So that is part of the plan as well. And on top of that, I've done the math for how long it would take for the machine to sort all of these items, and I think it's like 4 or 5 days, non-stop, 24 hours a day. So we're going to have to do some manual sorting as well. Obviously, we can just like take these and pop them down and drop the cobblestone itself into the actual module for the bulk storage. Like, that's not an issue. These ones, I'll probably do that with all of these just because that's the easiest thing to do. But yeah, these items are now here, and the next step is getting all of them over to the other place, of which there are a lot of them. So the easiest thing for me to do here is going to be absolutely emptying my inventory completely, other than I need rockets to fly. I think that is the only thing that I need because I'm going to drop them in chests on the other side as well. So I think that's it. And then the other thing that I want to do is empty my ender chest because I can transport even more that way. But I want to empty my ender chest on the other end. So this first one, I'm just going to take my inventory's worth of shulker boxes. So this one, I should probably be able to carry pretty much everything in there. And I can take a couple of these as well. So there we go. And then I'll start popping them on chests on the other end. So that's how many we can carry in one go. And you can see how many we have. Subsequent goes, we'll be able to carry a bit more because we're going to throw them in the ender chest. But on this go, we can carry, what, 27 and 7? So like 34. And we have like 250 shulker boxes full of items. So this is going to take a couple trips back and forth, so let's get it doing. Now, luckily it isn't that far to go, so we should be able to do this fairly quickly, but then we have to stand here and actually put them all in chests on the other end, just like that. So then what we want to do is find some kind of chest over here and pop this down, and then we need an ender chest. That's fine. Let's just bring a different ender chest over, and I'm going to empty my ender chest into this. This is going to cause pain for me when I go to reorganize this, but that is okay. This is just going to give us even more capacity to move our stuff, and I should have also brought that. Did I bring the shulker with my stuff in it? Oh, I hope I did. No, I think I left it back there. So I'll have to grab that one as well and carry that with me just in case I need food or rockets or anything. But yeah, I'm just going to be making this trip back and forth. Luckily, it's not too far. Probably about 2 to 3 minutes each round trip. But just going to keep doing this until I have all of my items over here. And here we are in our storage room, having brought all of the boxes over. And these are the bulk items. Now what we have to do is get this system fully operational, and in order to do that, the only thing that we still have to do is filter. And we also need to add filters to the bulk storage terminals on these sides. So these hoppers here, we need to put in blocker filter items, or everything would just go into the first one of these that it came across. So first thing that we're going to do is block them all, and then I am going to start by putting in the bulk items that we have. So these items over here, just see how many of these we end up using, and then we can move on to actually adding filters into the multi-item sorter. And that means back to my job of renaming a ton of items to filter. I have decided to use gold nuggets because I had a lot of gold, and gold nuggets isn't something that I'm going to have a lot of in my storage system, so hopefully they won't get too confused. And we just need to rename enough of these that we can fill up our 9 and 7, so 16 units. So we probably need close to 12 or 13 stacks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's get ourselves just a bit more than we need, and again, when we're finished with these, we'll burn the extras so that we don't end up putting these into our system accidentally. There we go. And now what we have to do is put them in all of these filters here, and then we can start actually filtering items. So for these storage systems, what we want to do is take 45 items and fill all but one slot. So we go 42, and then 3, and then basically we move on to the next one, do the same thing. We want 45, just like that, and we want to do this for all of our modules. That's one side complete, and you can see that the redstone is lit up all the way, except if one more item were put in, it would jump down to a third redstone piece of dust, and it would power itself and let the item through. So that is perfectly powered on this side. Now we need to make our way to the other side and fill up these filters. And that is our last filter filled in. We can even just pop back up top. Oh, I'm gonna die. Ooh, that was close. I would pop up there to see how many are lit up, just to double check, but I don't want to die. They're all... Oh, no, we have one that's not lit up on the end. It's a good thing that I did that, actually. So we need to get up to this end one without dying, preferably. Okay, what's wrong with you? Ah, I've put it in the wrong hopper. One hopper down from the one that it should be in. It should be in this one. There we go. So this is why we double check. Let's get up there a bit safer. And yes, everything is now good to go. And now we can start sorting out what we want to put into these modules. So this is where we input and it goes around in a circle like this. So I'm going to start here and work my way that way. And these are the first items that we're going to put in there. And then I'm going to figure out what else I want to put into these. And before we get any further, let's just get rid of these extras so that we never have a problem. All the filters that we have are in the system. So now we want to start probably with stone and then cobblestone and so on, and then probably gravel. Where is cobblestone? There's cobblestone. So we're basically just going to go like this and plop these down. And then all we need to do is grab any amount of each of these. Interesting, that's cobblestone and sand. But just any amount of these, and we just need to go into the filter in the back. So we need to get back up there. I really should have put some scaffolding here so that we don't end up dying. Oh, I actually managed to pop up. So then all we have to do is place our stone in here. I'm just going to keep one behind. And that filter is now primed, and we will see stone coming down to here, and then I keep one so that I can label what's in here. And when this chest fully fills up, this lamp will stay lit. It will actually go out once they're all in here because it's actually monitoring the hopper directly in behind, not the chest itself. So when the hopper actually has items in it, so you'll see, there you go, the lamp goes out. But once the chest is totally full, then we get a lamp. So that is that, and now I am going to start filling up as many as I have items in that chest over there, and then we have to choose what goes in the rest of the bulk storage. So that is the blocks that we had in bulk storage before sorted out: stone, cobble, gravel, sand, terracotta, netherrack, and end stone. And there's actually one more thing that I want to do to these blocks in here. I want to actually make it so that they say what they are as well. Just an added thing. So that one's going to say stone, and then we'll go along and so on and so forth. And all we have to do is add a space, and it actually says its name just like that. Now that's cobblestone, so on and so forth. Of course, I know what these blocks are, but this just adds a little bit to it as well, and that's quite nice. So get these done, and then we got to decide what else is going to go in bulk storage. Okay, so we have all of these in, and they are properly named. Now I need to go through these chests over here and find out what I have a lot of that I want to put in bulk storage. And there's certain things that I have a lot of, but I don't really want them in bulk storage, and there's other things that I do. Like I have a ton of prismarine shards, prismarine crystals, and cod, raw cod, but these aren't really things that I want in bulk storage because these are crafting items. I'll probably craft these into sea lanterns and blocks and things and then store those like that. So those aren't the kind of things that I want. What I want in here is things like, I probably will have one for gunpowder, just because gunpowder is something that I use a lot for rockets. I'll have one for basalt because I have a lot of basalt. I'll have one for blackstone. I just need to find where all of my boxes of blackstone are. There's a box entirely of blackstone, and there will be a couple more just because of the nature of that. What else? I should probably do one for diorite, andesite, and granite. And I also have those upstairs as well. I should do one for dirt. Again, these ones I will sort out into those as well. Just those ones already have a storage, so I still need, there's a lot more gunpowder. You see, this is what I'm saying. I should do one for redstone. So I have a lot of redstone. Actually, redstone we might not want to do because redstone can go into blocks. Redstone can go into redstone blocks, and then it doesn't take up as much space, so probably not. Where is our... We do have a lot of soul sand, so we could probably do soul sand. Where are you? Might take some time to find it, unfortunately. Oh, there's andesite, and I have diorite, andesite, and I still need granite. I know that there are a couple shulker boxes full of granite in here. Diamonds. But I also know that upstairs on this island, I have a bunch of items as well, which will eventually get sorted into the system as well, but we should have, yes, lots of granite here. So that, let's just take this box. Oh, where's my pickaxe? Let's just take this box and we'll use that to sort anything else that... Oh, goodness gracious, that's loud. No. Okay, let's go. Oh, goodness. Oh, I haven't slept in a very, very long time. Okay. So those things, how many is that? That's quite a few, honestly. That might do it. Let's just double check how many we have left and how many we... Okay, so we've got 9 here. We have 1, 2 on this side and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side. So that's 9. So that is how many we have left. These are the things that are going to be in the towers, just like that. And then over here, I do want to make sure that the andesite, granite... Oh, that was... Okay, so we'll have one more. Andesite, granite, and diorite are all together. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and then andesite, granite, diorite. Soul sand, blackstone, dirt, and then andesite, granite, diorite. Andesite, granite, diorite, closest to our stone end. There we go. And then we just have to grab stacks of those, go in the back, filter everything up, and then we can start working on multi-item sorters. All right, so I finished all the ones over here, and now I have just realized that I actually messed up and I have to fix these again. What I did was, make sure that we put these in the order that we need to put them in. When I filtered these, I put too many filter items in, and let me explain why as I come into the back here. Oh, I need to eat. As I come into the back here, so we actually want one less item, or less filter items. Basically, we can do 41 filter items, and then it will always hold one of the item in it. That's the problem. If we have 42, you watch, this is the soul sand one, the last soul sand disappears, and we don't want that. So we actually want to go one or even a couple less, just so that there's a couple of them left in there. That's how the sorting actually works. So yeah, not great. Since these aren't stacked on top of each other, we can do this. When they're stacked on top of each other, we have to have less in here and more in there so that we can't overfill, but that's okay. I'm just going to take 2 out of each of these and basically refilter them and just go around and do this just until we actually have all of these items filtered. Okay, I have now fixed all of my filtering issues, and I've even started to empty these shulker boxes on this side just into their respective chests, just to start getting some of these out of the way, which means this is now a functioning storage system. I'm just dumping... Oh, some of these are not empty. What have I done? Bones. Terracotta bones. He was the gunpowder shulker box. I don't know why there's terracotta in one of these still. Let's... 2 of these still. Interesting. Why do I still have 2 shulker boxes of terracotta? Terracotta, terracotta. Weird. Must have accidentally passed that over. Don't know why I had 2 though. Anyway, just emptying these out and getting rid of them into this box over here. These are just What is happening? Am I going crazy? I feel like I'm emptying boxes and then I'm not. So just into the boxes over here, into this chest. Okay, they're empty now. Good. And I'll do the same thing over here. Just need to get all these blocks out of here. God, I got an extra hopper in my inventory. Diorite into... Oh, opposite. Diorite into here. Granite into here. I've got a lot more of these in chests around, but just as a start, there. And that would be dirt, a little bit of dirt. This one's got more andesite. I need to get used to which side is which here. This one's granite. So just sorting these out and starting to get some of these shulker boxes emptied so that we can start on the next huge task, which is the multi-item sorter. sorting. Why is there dirt in this chest? What just happened? Where? There's the dirt. Oh my goodness. I'm going crazy. So we can start getting the multi-item sorter bits in, and yeah, so I'm just going to finish off this little bit. I'm not even going to sort all of the double chest of huge stacks of items just yet. These two still have some random items in them. That's empty. That's empty. No, no. That's empty, and that's empty. So there we go. Those go back in the empty box chest. I'm running around in circles here. And now we need to start figuring out what we are going to do for multi-item sorter item bracket thingamajigs. So basically what we need to decide is, so this first one I could come up to and I could name this item and I could say precious blocks. I think I've spelled that wrong, but yep, I'm just gonna go with it. And I pop that in there, and then I can see that that is that. And then I need to decide what goes into that, and I need 2 of every single item that I want to go in there. So for precious items, basically I want that to be iron, I want that to be diamonds, I want that to be, where is my gold box? There it is. I want that to be gold, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, so we need 2 of each thing. So there we go, we've got all of the gold items, we need a lot more copper items, we need 2 of each of those, we need 2 of each of those, and copper cannot be ingots, correct? No, or nuggets. So like that, and then we also need 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, and then I need to find, see, this is where things are going to get a little bit complicated, and you kind of got to do it as you go. So I want 2 of those for emeralds, and then I also want diamonds, and I found diamonds here before, but I don't remember where in these chests they were. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to find them. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. Block of... Nope, I thought I saw it. I didn't. I found them just a minute ago. This is going to be the problem with sorting all of this out, is just the amount of different items. Alright. I'm going to find the diamonds and then I'll be... Wait. Diamonds! I was just about to say I'll be back, but no. So we need 2 of those, and then we need 18. So that we can craft that into 2 blocks as well. So I'm just trying to give you an idea of how I'm going to be sorting these here. And then I need a bunch of copper to turn it into the variants of copper, because I want to store all copper in this chest. So cut copper. The trouble is I'm not going to be able to do oxidized copper yet, unfortunately. But let's get into a stone cutter so we can also do those and those. So there we go, and I believe that's everything that I can do without being oxidized. There's 2 blocks of those. So this first one, let's just say, all we have to do now is come up here and open this chest. And okay, so we've got cut copper in here, so we don't need to do cut copper. We would also do blocks of copper, slabs, stairs, and ingots. Do the oxidized copper later, but then we would also do gold blocks, gold ingots, gold nuggets, iron blocks, iron ingots, iron nuggets, diamond blocks, and diamonds. So there we go. Oh, and emerald blocks and emeralds. So that is everything that is there is now filtered into this chest, and anything that came through the system would drop into here if it is one of these items. I need to come up with the oxidized variants as well, but that is that. And then we still have all of these blockers, which we will subsequently burn as we go, because we never want these to end up going into the system. That will break the entire system if one of those goes in there. So we'll burn those every single time. But yeah, that is what it's going to take. We have to decide what the categories are. We have to get 2 of every item, and then we have to start filtering them. And at a certain point, I'm just going to get to a point where I think I've got a good amount of items in, with a good amount of categories, and then I'm just going to start emptying shulker boxes and looking in this. This one right here is the end of the line where everything that overflows comes into. So eventually I'll just have to start looking in that chest and basically figuring out what I want to add where. So this is pretty much infinite how many items that we can store because of shulker boxes, and the amount of items that we can filter is more than are in the game of Minecraft. So it's just about figuring out what we want where. But as of now, I've spent over a week on this episode because of moving items and gathering items and everything. So I'm going to do a lot of sorting in between episodes. And when I come back in the next episode, hopefully we're at a point where we can start dropping shulker boxes into the system, because I've hopefully filled at least this wall with categories, and we might even move on to the second wall. But unfortunately, that is all the time that I have for today. This project is huge, and I know it's spanning a lot of episodes, and we're going to get back to building some fun builds that I've got planned in the future, and some other things in the future, some farms, some 1.17 farms that I still want here. But that is going to do it for me today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye.